Picture this. It's almost midnight. Everyone in your home is asleep or in their rooms and about to fall asleep. You've had a long, hard day of school or work or whatever it is you do with your life. You grab a drink, grab some snacks, and in a dimly lit room, you lay back in your seat with the TV remote in your hand. You turn on the TV and you're greeted by a black screen with a plain white text and a smooth jazz hip-hop type instrumental playing in the background. You smile, then prepare yourself to drift off for an hour or so as you watch some of the weirdest, funniest, and most unique types of entertainment that cable television has to offer. Any of that sound familiar? Does any of what I've just described bring strong feelings of nostalgia? If so, then like me, you probably grew up watching Adult Swim. Adult Swim is a breeding ground for the bizarre, the surreal, for the dark and disturbing, the inane, the disgusting, and not to mention the offensive and hilarious. But most importantly, it's a place where the weirdos like me who love that kind of can find comfort in entertainment that just doesn't really exist anywhere else. Adult Swim played a bigger role in cultivating my artistic tastes and sensibilities than any person I've met, school I attended, or life event I experienced. I can say that most of the television shows and media that I enjoy and consume regularly, at one time or another, probably aired on Adult Swim. I've been watching Adult Swim for 2 decades now, and during that time, a lot has changed about the network, and a lot has stayed the same. But throughout all of the eras of programming I've seen, looking back now, there's one slice of time that truly stands out above the rest. From 2006 through 2008, Adult Swim was in its greatest era. I know what you're probably thinking. Why pick those specific-ass years to define an era of Adult Swim? Well, let me break it down like this. Even though much of Adult Swim's original programs aired on Cartoon Network in the year 2000, that block of these shows wasn't given an official name until 2001. September of 2001, which, probably not the best timing. The first couple years of Adult Swim included legally original shows like Space Ghost Coast to Coast, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Harvey Birdman Attorney at Law, and C-Lab 2021. It also gradually began to host cast-off shows from other networks like Home Movies, Family Guy, and Mission Hill, among others. Cowboy Bebop's timeless ass even found its way onto the network before Toonami had even been conceived. This era from 2000 to 2003 was the OG era of Adult Swim, and as beginning eras go, this ain't too shabby. A lot of the network's most iconic and well-beloved series were all airing and or getting their start at this time, and it's no wonder that it led to quick success for the network. There have been other notable eras in the history of Adult Swim as well. The live-action era from 2010 to about 2015 that featured shows like Children's Hospital, Delocated, The Eric Andre Show, and like 17 different Tim and Eric series. The polarizing Rick and Morty era that we're probably at the tail end of now, where despite the decline in abundance of other great shows, at least we got Rick and Morty?
Pickle Rick!
But 2006 to 2008 is the greatest era because of this. This is a list of the notable shows that were airing on Adult Swim at this time. These weren't just reruns either. Most of these shows were airing brand new episodes every week on Adult Swim consistently for this 2-year stretch. We're talking Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
And I want some jeans. I'm the one who wants some jeans.
The Boondocks.
What did you say, bitch nigga? Hey, squeeze it, nigga.
The Venture Brothers.
You get the boys. I'll take care of these guys.
Are you sure? There's an awful lot of them.
They hit me with a truck.
Okay.
Robot Chicken.
I'm so hungry. Hi, Mr. Hungry. Can I call you so?
Frisky Dingo.
Master Cylinder! Woo!
Hey!
Woo! Master Cylinder!
Don't look over here at what I'm doing! And you point at it!
Yes!
You celebrate yourself!
Moral Oral.
When do you ever remember?
All I do is try to forget.
The OG Tim and Eric Awesome Show.
Steve, back to you.
Steve Pearl.
Steve, just improvise.
Oh, no. I'm sorry.
Super Jail.
So what? You're not my boss, you little wimp.
Hello, Alice.
Xavier Renegade Angel.
Unless you count the power to blow minds with my weapons-grade philosophical insights. I'm a thought-o-coster. I'm the conundrumer in a band called Life Puzzler.
All right, well, I'm taking off.
Squidbillies.
You reckon you could give me permission to date your pumpkin?
Get off my porch.
Get out of your house! Hey, you like that? You like that?
Metalliclops.
I do cocaine.
And, unfortunately, Assy McGee.
It's a little Assy McGee.
Yeah, that's me, the bus driver I lived with for 6 years.
Nothing's perfect, I guess. You want to talk about a lineup? That's a f***ing lineup. And the crazy part is that there were still shows from other networks being aired consistently on Adult Swim at this time as well. Family Guy was at its peak popularity at this point. Futurama was gradually making its case for coming back to television with new episodes. King of the Hill, American Dad, all of these shows found second homes on Adult Swim. And the crazier part is, I didn't even mention all the anime shows being aired on the network at this time. Death Note became the first anime to be simuldubbed on American television when it started airing on Adult Swim in 2007. Please don't fact check me on that. Shin-Chan, Fooly Cooly, Bleach, Iruka 7, Code Geass, even Evangelion, all aired on Adult Swim during this run. Seriously, man, this era was fucking amazing in retrospect. I mean, it was great at the time too, don't get me wrong, but I don't think I understood just how blessed I was to be getting all of this high quality content so consistently from Adult Swim. Like, Adult Swim really could not miss back in those days. It's crazy. They were as close to batting 1,000 with their programming that any other network I've ever seen has been. They had that all too rare mix of both quality and quantity at the time. Many of their most popular and longest running shows either began in this era or hit their zenith in this era. And to be a 12 to 14-year-old kid while all of this took place was pretty good timing. If there's any shows that I mentioned from this era that you haven't seen or never heard of, give it a shot, I promise you. If you're a fan of any other Adult Swim show from this era, there's a high chance that you'll enjoy them. If you have seen these shows, then fuck it. Go rewatch them and remind yourself about how great they were. You're probably not doing anything important anyway. I mean, you are watching this video right now. I briefly touched on this earlier in the video, but the inspiration for this essay unfortunately was not purely based on nostalgia for Adult Swim's past greatness. It was also heavily inspired by Adult Swim's current digression. Like most people nowadays, I don't really watch cable as much as I used to. That scenario I painted for you in the beginning of the video of someone relaxing on a couch in a dark room late at night with some snacks and watching Adult Swim on their TV, that's no longer the modern experience for most consumers. Nowadays, people are watching live streams on Twitch or Instagram, or scrolling through social media, or binging a new show on Netflix or Hulu. The aesthetic of the typical Adult Swim consumer has all but disappeared in a lot of ways. When I do watch Adult Swim nowadays, I never hate what I see, but apart from a few gems here and there like The Shivering Truth and Primal, I'm never really enthralled with what I'm watching either. It all just feels like it's there on television because it's expected to be, not because it deserves to be. I don't really have hope that Adult Swim will rise back to prominence either. The future of Adult Swim, like the future of anything that was once great but has outlived its glory days, doesn't really matter. All that matters is the greatness that they left behind, because that will be great forever. And that's how I choose to remember Adult Swim. The amazing shows from my childhood that made me who I am today and made Adult Swim the platform that it is today. It hurts to say, but I think the end of Adult Swim really is coming up shortly. And when it ends, I'll look back at it fondly. I'll remember it from the time when it truly was in its greatest era.